Saturday, August the 30th, 2025. Welcome, everybody, back to the Battle Club Guys podcast. I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. Uh, Thank you all for joining me. I know I said I was going to start this around noon this afternoon. Uh, Ran a little late, but better late than never. This will be my official WWE Clash in Paris predictions episode, as Clash in Paris takes place live tomorrow, Sunday, August the 31st. 2 p.m. Eastern, live from Paris, France. So I'm gonna get my predictions. I'm gonna run down the card, get my predictions for each match. But first off, if this is your first time joining me, as always, thank you for joining me. This is the Battle Club Guys podcast, and I'm your host, the Battle Club Guy. As always, follow me on Twitter, X, at the Battle Club Guy. Check out that Instagram, the Battle Club Guy. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The Battle Club Guys podcast on YouTube. You can also find me weekly on the Bell to Bell Banter podcast. I am one of three co-hosts of the Bell to Bell Banter podcast with my co-hosts, that CM Punk guy and Beast to Goat. So definitely follow the Bell to Bell Banter podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and we have a YouTube, the Bell to Bell Banter podcast on YouTube. So let's get into it. Tomorrow's WWE Clash in Paris. Like I said, it's an early start time, 2 p.m. Eastern. I believe it's 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. We have 6 matches as of today. This will be the last WWE PLE to stream on Peacock. After tomorrow, all WWE PLEs will start streaming on ESPN's direct-to-consumer streaming service, starting with WrestlePalooza on September the 20th from Indianapolis, Indiana. So if you don't have ESPN, you're gonna have to get ESPN for to watch WWE PLE starting with WrestlePalooza. Unless you have, like me, I have Hulu Live, so we get ESPN. So I think there's a list of what providers will provide the ESPN app. So let's get into it. WWE Clash in Paris. Let's start off with a match that was newly announced last night on SmackDown. It's the Wyatt Six, Joe Gacy and Dexter Lumis, defending their tag team championships against the Street Profits, Angelo Dawkins, Montez Ford. I'm a huge fan of the Wyatt Six. I believe it's the Halloween Horror Nights in Universal in Florida. At the amusement park, they have the Wyatt Six a part of that. I don't think the Wyatt Six should lose the tag team titles right now. I don't think the Wyatt Six should lose the tag team titles for a long time if they are going to lose them. I think you keep the tag team titles on the Wyatt Six. They continue dominating the tag team division. I hope there's a draft soon because we're getting a lot of repeat matches, in the women's divisions and tag team divisions across Raw and SmackDown. So I think we definitely need a draft to switch some of this stuff up. But my pick to win and retain the WWE Tag Team Championships tomorrow, Clash in Paris, is the Wyatt Six. For the WWE Women's Intercontinental Championship, it's the WWE Women's Intercontinental Champion, the man, Becky Lynch. She's defending her Women's Intercontinental Championship against Nikki Bella. It's going to be a good match. Could you put the title on Nikki Bella? You could. I don't know if this is a one-off, not a one-off. I don't see Becky Lynch losing to Nikki Bella. Like I said, man, I really want a draft to happen because this is a cool match. Nikki Bella, she's a legend in the women's division in WWE. I just don't think Becky Lynch is going to lose to Nikki Bella. I don't. I would have said Lyra Valkyria, but, she lost that match at SummerSlam. Can't challenge Becky Lynch for that title anymore as long as Becky Lynch has it. I think Lyra will move on to the Women's World Championship title picture. Could Bayley go after Becky Lynch? Possible. I just don't see Becky Lynch losing tomorrow at Clash in Paris. So I'm going to say Becky Lynch retains her Women's Intercontinental Championship, and we'll see what's next for the man. They have WrestlePalooza coming up in Indianapolis. That's the first WWE PLE on ESPN. So you could have Becky Lynch lose to Nikki for Nikki to lose it back to Becky Lynch at WrestlePalooza. But do you want to do that hot potatoing? I think Becky Lynch versus a Bayley, that could be a match at WrestlePalooza. That could be a big match. But in the end, my pick to win and retain is Becky Lynch. Next up, this will be Roman Reigns versus. So we got the Tribal Chief Roman Reigns versus the Tribal Thief Bronson Reed. This will be Roman Reigns' first single PLE match since WrestleMania 40. Um, you know, ever since Bronson Reed has aligned with Paul Heyman and Braun Breaker. Sorry, I was drawing a blank. So you got ever since Bronson Reed is lined with Paul Heyman, Braun Breaker, and Seth Rollins, Paul Heyman. The Vision they're calling themselves. This is a big match for Bronson Reed. A singles match on a PLE against Roman Reigns in Paris. This is a big deal for Bronson Reed. But this being Roman Reigns' first singles match on a PLE since WrestleMania 40, to me that speaks volumes. Roman Reigns is, he's going to be filming that movie alongside Cody Rhodes, that live-action Street Fighter movie. Do you really want Roman Reigns to lose to Bronson Reed? I don't think so. I think Roman Reigns wins here, and I think Roman Reigns will continue his chase to Seth Rollins. Because at WrestleMania 42, we are, still about 7 months away from WrestleMania 42. I think the end game will be either Roman Reigns versus Seth Rollins for that World Championship, or CM Punk versus Seth Rollins for that World Championship. Now, you could put CM Punk on SmackDown and have him chase Cody Rhodes for that Undisputed Championship. So the way the storyline's going, yeah, I guess Roman versus Seth for the world title should be a match, should be an end goal. So I'm going to say Roman Reigns picks up the win against Bronson Reed tomorrow at Clash in Paris, and Roman will continue his, path towards getting back at Seth Rollins. We have a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match. Sheamus versus Rusev. It feels like they've been fighting forever, man. So the rules of a good old-fashioned Donnybrook match is basically a no disqualification, hardcore match where they have wood barrels of Irish whiskey ringside. This match was first held on July 29th, 2022 on an episode of SmackDown between Sheamus and Drew McIntyre, which McIntyre won at the time. And then they had Extreme Rules matches of Brawling Brutes, Sheamus, Pete Dunne, and Rich Holland versus Imperium, Gunther, Ludwig, and Giovanni. The Brawling Brutes won that match. This is now Sheamus's gimmick match, signature match, you could say. So I'm going to say Sheamus should win this match. Rusev is been back in WWE for some time now, for a couple months. I believe he came back WrestleMania the Raw after WrestleMania. Me and Henry were there. But this is Sheamus's match. I say Sheamus should win this match. It'll be fun. It's a Donnybrook match. And then after this match, I think Sheamus and Rusev should go their separate ways. That's why I keep harping on we need a draft. We need to mix these rosters up. Put Rusev on SmackDown. Let Rusev, go after the United States Championship. Rusev versus Cody, that'd be a cool match. Rusev versus Malachi, run that back. So I think Sheamus definitely wins tomorrow in the Donnybrook match at Clash in Paris. Then the next two matches, I don't know which match is going to the main event. If I'm picking the main event, I'm saying it's John Cena versus Logan Paul. Even though it's not for a title, this is John Cena's farewell tour. Let John Cena main event these shows, man. He only has, after tomorrow, John Cena only has WrestlePalooza. So that's September. October, he has Crown Jewel in Australia. November, he has Survivor Series in San Diego. And December, his retirement match. Still no location. We got the date, September 13th. So after tomorrow, John Cena only has 4 more PLE matches. Let John Cena main event some of these PLEs, man. So I'm going to say the next match for the World Heavyweight Championship, it's a fatal 4-way. It's the World Heavyweight Champion, the leader of the division, Seth freaking Rollins versus CM Punk versus main event Jey Uso versus LA Knight. Yeah. So it's a fatal 4-way, right? These guys have been fighting. It seems like Seth Rollins and CM Punk feels like they've been fighting for years now. You got Jey Uso in the mix, LA Knight's in the mix. 4 big superstars, as far as name value. Like I said, I think the end goal it's probably Roman versus Rollins for that World Heavyweight Championship at WrestleMania 42. So if that's the end goal, Seth Rollins isn't losing that World Championship at all, I don't think. CM Punk got the win at SummerSlam. Rollins cashed in, so CM Punk is technically a World Heavyweight Champion, a former World Heavyweight Champion. So it should be a one-on-one match, but it's not. We got a fatal four-way. Main event, Jey Uso. He's been there. He's done that. He's had his world title. LA Knight, as you know, I think LA Knight could be world champion. It seems like they're finally giving him that push on Raw, right? They traded him. So Sami Zayn's on SmackDown. We got LA Knight on Raw. So I think LA Knight could be world champion. I just feel like it's 2 years too late, right? I feel like it's too late. I feel like LA Knight, they should have put the title on LA Knight when he first came in. He was red hot. He still gets great pops, but I just feel like now with this Seth Rollins story, it's too late. So I'm going to say Seth Rollins retains here. As far as who takes the pin, I think Jey Uso is going to take the pin. And I think CM Punk and LA Knight are still going to go at it to say who's got the next title shot against Seth Rollins. Because I think Seth Rollins versus CM Punk at WrestlePalooza, that could be a cool match. Maybe a Hell in a Cell match. Maybe, no disqualification match. But I don't think Seth Rollins and CM Punk will be done after tomorrow Clash in Paris. But in the end, my pick to win and retain the World Heavyweight Championship, the leader of the division, Seth freaking Rollins. Now the main event, which I think should be the main event, it's his last time competing in Paris. It's his farewell tour. He only has 4 PLE matches left after tomorrow night. It's the greatest of all time, the never seen 17. John Cena, he's taking on Logan Paul. Now, I don't know how everyone feels about this. I kind of feel like, I would assume John Cena has say of who fights him on this farewell tour, who faces him. Or maybe he doesn't. Maybe WWE is just like, here's a list. Here's who you want to face on your farewell tour, and that's it. As much as I don't like Logan Paul as a person, Logan Paul in ring, he's entertaining. He can do some entertaining stuff inside a WWE ring. I'll give him that. Now, after the main event, SummerSlam, Cena loses the Undisputed Championship to Cody Rhodes. They hug. Cena passes the torch basically to Cody. Cena's in the ring. Brock Lesnar comes out. Brock Lesnar F5s John Cena. Walks away. On SmackDown, I think it was last week, who was it? Nick Aldis said Cena just got off the phone with Brock Lesnar, but we didn't hear what happened because Logan Paul knocked John Cena out. So here we are. We got John Cena, Logan Paul tomorrow night, Clash in Paris. Well, tomorrow afternoon, Clash in Paris. And to me, John Cena should win tomorrow night. And I believe John Cena will win tomorrow night. This is his farewell tour, okay? Logan Paul will gain nothing by beating John Cena. It's not for a championship. It's basically just for bragging rights. It's basically for Logan Paul to say, I'm better than you, John. And I think that this will be a good match. And I do believe John Cena will win this match, defeat Logan Paul. Now, the ending, I don't know how the ending's going to go. Because we have WrestlePalooza September 20th in Indianapolis, Indiana. And they're hyping this WrestlePalooza up. They already said John Cena will be facing an opponent he hasn't faced in decades. I don't think it's been decades since he's faced Brock Lesnar. So according to multiple outlets on Twitter, John Cena versus Brock Lesnar is scheduled for WrestlePalooza. So I'm going to say John Cena wins tomorrow night, Clash in Paris. Before Clash in Paris goes off there, Brock Lesnar runs in, tries to attack John Cena. Maybe John Cena hits Brock Lesnar with a AA, or Brock Lesnar hits John Cena with F5, and they set up, they make it official tomorrow, Clash in Paris. John Cena, Brock Lesnar at WrestlePalooza. But either way, in the end, my pick to win tomorrow night in one of his last PLE matches, the greatest of all time, John Cena defeats Logan Paul. Well, there you go, folks. That has been my WWE Clash in Paris live predictions episode. We don't have a lot of matches, so this video is not going to be that long. But I appreciate you guys for tuning in. Whether you're tuning in live, we're going to watch it later. Um, and I think it's going to be a good show. I have to work tomorrow afternoon, so I won't be able to watch it. I'll check the highlights on Twitter and stuff. But if you guys are watching it, 2 p.m. Eastern, 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, it'll be Clash in Paris. Should be a good time, man. And as always, follow me on Twitter, on X, at The Battle Club Guy. Check out the Instagram, The Battle Club Guy. Like this video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. The Battle Club Guys podcast on YouTube. I think I'm currently at 750 followers. My goal is to reach 1,000 followers before the year's end. I just uploaded a couple live videos for you guys from my time at Monday Night Raw on August 18th in Philadelphia. I was front row. I uploaded Naomi's speech announcing her pregnancy. I did a highlights video of Raw. It was a great time, man. I was front row for that. Next time you can find me at a show. That's the thing. Well, I do want to do one more show before I take a break for the end of the year, because originally I had planned to do Cena's last match December 13th with the Bell to Bell podcast boys. Looks like that's not going to happen. That's not going to be in the cards for me. As to, I have a lot of bills right now. I spend a lot of money at SummerSlam. It happens. That's life, right? But one more show before year's end, and that's looking like Monday, September the 15th. I'm going to take my mom to Monday Night Raw from Springfield, Massachusetts as an early birthday present for her. Hopefully we get front row. That'd be cool. It's John Cena's last time in Springfield, Massachusetts. It's where John Cena attended college, so that should be fun. So Monday, September the 15th, Monday Night Raw, Springfield, Massachusetts at the Mass Mutual Center. I believe it's a 7 p.m. start time due to WWE not wanting to go head-to-head with the football. So if you're in Springfield, Mass, September 15th, and you see the Battle Club guys, say what's up. We'll take a picture together. Always looking forward to meeting you guys. And definitely follow the Bell to Bell Banter podcast on Twitter, Instagram, and our YouTube channel, the Bell to Bell Banter podcast on YouTube. Tomorrow afternoon, whatever time you're watching, it's WWE Clash in Paris. Will Seth Rollins retain his World Heavyweight Championship? Or will CM Punk, main event Jey Uso, or LA Knight, take that World Heavyweight Championship from the leader of the Vision? Will Roman Reigns get his revenge on the Tribal Thief? Or will the Tribal Thief, Bronson Reed, defeat Roman Reigns and steal another pair of Roman shoes? And it's John Cena's final time in Paris. Will John Cena show Logan Paul that Logan Paul is indeed a parasite and John Cena is the greatest of all time? Or will Logan Paul show John Cena that John Cena's time is up and Logan Paul's time is now? We'll find out live tomorrow. It's WWE Clash in Paris. Till next time.